G'day. So today we're putting a Torqit 3-inch exhaust on the Patrol. They send you out obviously all your exhaust system, bag of fittings, and we're about to climb under here. Lucky I've got plenty of clearance. Yeah, we're about to climb under there and rip this old system out. I'll show you as much as I can. It's obviously going to be hard doing it solo and filming at the same time, but it shouldn't be that big of a job really. I've put a few exhaust systems on in my life, so this one should be a piece of cake. So to pull the back section out, 2 bolts here. I did have to remove the spare tyre because the exhaust, the muffler wants to get pulled this way a touch, just so, because it's only got a gap. I'll see if I can show you. That's just the gap it's got to go through. So it's very tight, but it can come out. Just remove your spare wheel, give yourself a little bit more room just to wiggle it out. And I'm just about to take off this big muffler here. Just drop this muffler down. This bracket here's got 2 bolts in it. You can just undo them, take it out. 2 bolts up there and 2 on this side. And then, I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, just pop the exhaust's got these hangers on it, so you just pop them out. I know I make it sound easy, but they're a bit difficult. The trick that I learnt a long time ago is if you can wedge, so the exhaust hanger runs through this way, similar to this one. It's got like a little upturn on it. But basically if you can wedge a screwdriver through there and grab the end of that, you can actually prise it from this point here. It'll pop that right off. So a little bit of messing around, but that there's one whole piece, and you can see the bracket just on the floor there that I've undone from the car, which is just from the silver one here. So I'm going to pull all this out. We'll mock up the stainless one and we should be good to start fitting it off. So there's all the supplied hardware. And I was just going through this instructions here. I'm not too sure where this goes yet, but there will be one exhaust hanger on the new exhaust, and that will not line up with anything, so that will tell me where this goes, I'm hoping. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we're replacing it with. Tailpipe section, new muffler, secondary cats, or hot dogs, I think they're hot dogs. But yeah, this is what we're replacing it with. So we start this end, obviously, loosely bolt this on, work your way all the way back, new muffler section, slip the tailpipe in, same place we took that out from. It should be a bit easier because, as you can see, theirs is nice and straight. Most of the angles in this piece, as opposed to that there had that kick, and that's what was getting stuck. So yeah, we'll start dragging this stuff under and mocking it all up. So it's important that you put everything in finger tight. Don't nip anything up with any tools. So you don't want it super loose, but you want it to just grab so that you can twist things and move things as you need them. And then once we work out that everything fits perfect, we'll go through, start at the front and nip everything up. The one thing we do have to look for, and they've put a notice in here, is that the HBMC for the Patrols, sometimes the exhaust gets a bit close to it. So we've got to make sure that at this point here, we do have a distance there. So that's good that they've let us know ahead of time, so we can just keep an eye on that section of the exhaust. I think it's about the middle, right in the middle there. Alright, we'll start throwing this under. We've got the front section fitted up. There's just the 2 bolts. 2 bolts there and 2 bolts on this side. And a exhaust hanger. Does have a flexi joint here, which is good. Done them up. that's where that bracket goes, guys. So they supply a new one. Basically rip this factory one off, which is attached to that rubber mount out there. So I'm going to fit in this muffler section and the tailpipe section, and I'll give you a quick overview of what I've had to do there. But so far it's not too bad. Just take your time. I've been, you know, haven't been rushing it or anything, so I've managed to get everything lined up really nice. There's gaps around everything that I want gaps around, and yeah, we'll fit up that next section now. Alright, so I'm not going to say it was a really easy job. The parts are not overly heavy. I feel like most people will be able to lift them up there. Now, a lot of these bolts are very hard to get to. See, like, that one's nice and easy, this one. That one up there is a prick. Probably just the one on this one. But over here, you can see how tight that is to get in there. This one up here was also a pain in the ass. But I managed to get a swivel socket on there, on these two. And you can just get the spanner on the back of this if you go up this little gap here. And that's the part there they were saying about if it rubs to space it up. But I do have clearance there. I do have clearance there of about 20 mil, so I'm happy with that. There's all clearance around the gearbox. Everything's done up tight now. All these bolts around here, these are all tight. Muffler's on tight. Tail section's done. So we're ready to start her up. Let's see if this struggle this morning was worth it. I think I've only been into this for about an hour and a half, so it's not an overly difficult job. But I'm going to jump out from under the car because this is, I think, yeah, this is all done under here. Let's fire her up. Overall thoughts. So, difficulty, I'd rate it probably a 5 or a 6. Like, it's not hard, but there are difficult parts to it. You know, like the awkward bolts and nuts that are up out of the way. But overall, the fitment, 10 out of 10. Hey, screws loose? Yeah, that was before I did the exhaust. Fitment, 10 out of 10. Clears everything. Plenty of clearance between the exhaust and any components that they would be near. So I'm very happy with that. The finish on it, beautiful. All the welds look so nice. And yeah, I'll probably do a bit of a revisit to the exhaust, maybe 6 or 12 months or something, and I'll let you guys know if anything's changed on my thoughts about it. But yeah, so far the Torqit exhaust is not overly loud, which is exactly what we wanted, but then it does have a bit of noise when you get up it. And there you have it, guys. Another mod done.